somehow we are not able to attract the youngster,
Okay.
and we don't know.
Okay, so that's beautiful, because that's exactly what I wanted you to say. You don't know, so go find out. Why don't they come to you?
We have tried the products. We have given them the great, the tools. We have come out with whatever, but still the youngster crowd,
They don't
young
come.
crowd, they
But-
don't come.
But they use something.
I'll tell you what they do in my bank. Where the youngsters going? So they are going to the private bank. So all my marketing managers in front of the private bank, what they are. I try to copy it. Now that's very different. When private sector and public sector are corrupting.
Sure.
Guidance नहीं है. You start copying.
Right.
You can't do it.
But copying is typically not a winning strategy. If you copy, you can never win, right? The person you are going to copy is going to keep winning. That's just the truth, unless you're lower cost. So if I'm using something, I'm not going to go to you unless you're lower cost of some parameter of value.
No, here as far as technology is concerned, we have the world-class technology. This is not a differentiator between a foreign bank or a private sector bank. But somehow we are not able to tap this
Right.
this pool of customers.
So I can only tell you the only way to find out why is to go talk to them. And your answer is not going to be in quantitative research. And your answer is certainly not going to be in focus groups, which is the world's worst research. It is probably going to be talking to that person one-on-one and really understanding why they don't use it. They may not even be able to tell you, but they may be able to tell you why they use something else. What are they happy with when they use something else? What frustrates them when they use something else? So there is no magic to this. This is what we learn to do all the time. All the time. So we have the same issues with you. I was with, do you know Samir Jain? Who runs Bennett Coleman?
Yeah.
So he had, so I met with him and his leadership team for 3 hours. And, we talked about all his media properties and who they attract and who they don't attract and how the young people are not reading newspapers as in print, right? So all organizations face the same challenges. If I may submit to you, and this may be controversial, but who cares? If you keep thinking, and I've said this in my organization in Procter & Gamble many times, and I say this for the many companies which I advise. If you always keep thinking we are different, you'll never find the solutions. You're not different. Your challenges are not different. You think they are. I have the same set of challenges. I have the same set of challenges in terms of keeping talent. I have the same set of challenges in working with competitors who are equally good, who have the same technology, much as you say, right? You have the same technology, you have the same capability, you're very smart people who work for you. So, look outside and try and figure out what are the barriers. And I am not going to be giving you those answers sitting here. It's not going to happen because I don't know. I don't. But I have personally thrown out some very globally renowned consultants whose name begins with an M 3 times from my office. I threw McKinsey out thrice from my office. I said, don't tell me what I told you. That's right? Don't listen to me, put it in a nice PowerPoint and bring me back what I told you. I don't need you for that. So leave. Then they came back with some utter nonsense which made no sense because my competition was much bigger than me and they were saying make your competition bankrupt. I said I can make them bankrupt in Japan. And my CEO environment and talking with them in their environment. If that example I told you about that woman in the Philippines, I would never have learned that answer by reading research if I was not sitting in my room. I'll give you another example. Come irrelevant. I will outgrow you as a brand. You will not meet my needs.
When we go to the stores, we find the only products more expensive as compared to the other products available.
Of course, because we produce superior products, we charge you the money. And when we grow, we know you admire the value.
So I mean to say that
Then all the competition is already there and they are doing a great job. We don't have a right to success. Just because we are successful in Japan or the US doesn't mean that you want to buy us. I always used to tell people, nobody is lining up in the stores waiting for us to come. Right? So we have to convince you that we are better for you than anything else. And India has been what we call a Unilever castle. Right? This is the Unilever castle. And in our business, with good competitors, what we call order of entry matters. Who comes first matters. So in China, we are 6 times bigger than them. In this country, they are 4.5 times bigger than us. Because they're good companies, they don't make very many mistakes. And unless you make a big mistake, I'm not going to get your market share. Right?
Pleasure to have had you here. On behalf of SBI, I would like first at the beginning, I would like to paraphrase what you said in the beginning. What are we doing here on a Saturday evening? You said not getting drunk, but I would rather say not going according to our schedules. I think we have spent a very informative evening. I'm sure each of us has imbibed something which is very relevant to him or her in this talk. All of us here are in different leadership roles. Now I am afraid to say whether I am a leader or not, because of what you were saying about what makes me a leader, maybe a perception in the people whom I deal with. But it definitely has given all of us a very different perspective on leadership, and for that we are very thankful to you. I, on behalf of SBI, express my thanks to you for having spent your time giving us this informative talk. I also thank our general managers, Mr. Singh and Mr. Das, for especially Mr. Singh for having organized this talk, and Mr. Das for having participated. I also thank all the dignitaries who have accepted our invitation and come to our office, and also each one of each one of my colleagues, AGMs, who have spared their evening to what can I say, gain knowledge or to adopt a different perspective on leadership, which I'm sure will prove very useful to them in their different roles. Thank you very much, sir. Now we'll all join for a lunch.